Hey everyone. Two people got baited by that new redeem. Oh, that's funny. There's a good amount of delay for such a redeeming first too. Like, there's definitely a chance there. Am I? Okay, yeah, I am good on YouTube. Takes a lot to be the go. It does. Okay, so I'm gonna. On Saturday, I was working on this question, but it was a bit of a busy stream, so I don't have the opportunity to finish it. So I want to finish it off now. You want to redeem back? Oh, yeah, you're the one who suggested it. Aw. Okay, so I've gotten the first part of this question, I think, and we have to look at. So looking for an uneven redeem. You know what? We can add that too and see if people get baited a second time. So that'd be kind of funny. Add, make your channel points odd. Don't tell anyone, but it does the exact same thing as the even one. Skips Q. Feels me being baited rather than next time. All right, there you go. Oh wait, maybe it needs it saved, but okay. I just added it. Um, Today's are pretty rough, but I can finally catch a break today evening. Oh, nice. So, were you taking your actual exams, or what's happening? Redeem roulette, spin for a chance to make your channel points either odd or even. Ugh. So either it does take away a point or it doesn't, I guess. um, what's up with this limit? So if we want to take the positive case, for beta 1, two exams while sick and I barely slept, but I think I did relatively good. Oh no, you were sick too? That sucks. Hope the results come back good then. I guess we want to factor the r squared out from inside the square root. Is how we want to actually, like, if we want to actually do this limit. Might take the L out as well. Yeah, let's do that. Oop, and not plus or minus. We're saying beta 1 is just plus. You were this close from quitting the exam. Things are pretty close right now. Oh no. Even odd. Even odd. Why doesn't this make sense to me? Uh, because we could factor the R out, do we not? But that doesn't seem right. Because this situation is infinity minus infinity, but this is just infinity. Am I crazy? If we're in physics land, do we just call infinity minus infinity zero, by the way? Am I overthinking this? Show and tell? Uh... I was just about to ask, what have I not shown you? I think I already recycled something once. Hmm. I don't think you want to see my cleaning products. I don't think that's very interesting. Um... Hmm. Oh, you know what? I have not shown this. Um, you love cleaning products? Yeah. Dusty. Uh, right now I use an Apple Watch because I just like how it tracks like certain health things. But if it wasn't for that, I would be wearing ugh, this watch. It's been so long that the battery's dead. It's been like a few years since I've even worn it. But just like a neat watch that I really like. I bought it off Amazon one year with some birthday money, I think. The face is a little bit like huge for my narrow and ladylike wrists, but other than that, I really like it. I can't get very good lighting on it though, but it does feel like a very like fancy watch. It wasn't like terribly expensive or anything. It was like 50 bucks, I think. But the brand is Skagen and it's apparently made in Denmark. So I feel like if I was rich, watches would probably become a hobby of mine. You love Denmark? That's not allowed. You guys like share a border. I thought you guys aren't allowed to like each other. It's usually what I assume with European countries, at least. Well, actually, I mean, well, countries in general, to be honest, not just Europe. But my hands are all dusty now. Yeah, I hope that was cool enough for a show and tell. France kind of catches all the hate meme-wise, other than that everyone's cool with each other over here, I'd say. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I guess like especially like with like the Scandinavian countries, I feel like they're all pretty chill with each other. I know that Germany isn't Scandinavian, but you guys are like right there, Scandinavian adjacent. You lived in Denmark when you were little. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, what is it that's cool about Denmark? Like the food, the people, both. I don't know, or like the environment. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Um, I factored it wrong. That's what makes this bit over here. I forgot my r squared down there. Shit. I was dumber back then, so I wouldn't dare to judge, but I did like the people. Okay. Ugh. I was really dumb, but I love the people. Um. Okay, and so now, okay, I this actually helps because in the limit as r goes to infinity, this bit here becomes positive one. That's negative one. So we have infinity times zero, and that's indeterminate. Isn't there an easier way to show a limit like this? Do they really don't want me to do? Or I feel like there's no way they're going to actually show this limit like mathematically. They're just going to say it's zero, but I want to do it the mathy way. Um, the thing is, I don't. Well, Lopitals could help. Lopitals just kind of annoying though to do here. I think it does help though. What we can do is take a simpler case just to give us less writing. If we have the limit as x goes to infinity of root 1 minus 1 over x squared minus 1 divided by 1 over x. This is the same thing fundamentally, but less constants to think about. The derivative of this, 1 over root 1 minus x squared, the numerator is becoming a minus 2x. No, it's not. This is all wrong. One over x squared. So it's gonna become a positive 1 over x cubed, so I'll put it right there. And let's become a minus 1 over x squared. This is horribly organized. What is this? Does this do anything for us? We have infinity times 1 on the bottom. Aha! Which is 0. So I'm going to say that bit right there like goes to 0. Okay. I want to bring that downwards. I want to transfer this. Just put it down there for now, so I can shuffle things around easier. Add some semblance of organization in my work here. Put in a little green cloud bubble to show that it's like separate from the other part. Now let's look at beta 2, which is going to be the minus case. I don't know if it's helpful to do the same factoring thing, but let's just go straight to it. So here we have minus infinity times 1. So I think we're just getting minus infinity. Now, what's up with these minus signs? Do I need to account for those? Like, I already know how an overdamped circuit should look. It's going to be exponential decay. Like, I've noticed that I read the question that the solution should look like 0 for large T. But I'm trying to justify that with math. Hey, Phobos. How's it going? You heard damp? Yeah. This is a very... You might say this problem is a little over damp, even. Moisture is like... I guess you could say that. Let me tell you, the dry air in winter definitely feels like death, so... The more I think about it, the more I agree with that statement. So... I think I messed up slightly. I think my trial solution was supposed to be e to the minus beta t, unfortunately. That flips this sign here. That is really annoying. So it's ultimately going to be a really similar thing, just what is a little bit flipped. Ugh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take the easy way out. No, are we taking the easy way out? No, we won't take the easy way out. Put that one back there. This one is going to become positive infinity now, by the same logic that I used down here. Let's take this work, just kind of shove it over here for now. This is going to go to positive infinity. So what I didn't like is getting this negative infinity here when there's already a negative in the original. And so that's what was kind of like giving me pause. But this will work out a little better now. Get rid of that. We can pawn this work off as good as long as we flip the signs. We have too many equal signs. Bring that up there. No, I want the 2. Okay. And we'll say equal to 0. We'll make a strong statement. Okay, and so all this to say, if v of t is a v of t is ae to the minus beta 1t plus be to the minus beta 2t for large r as t goes to infinity, v of t does something, I'm sure. This is e to the power of a very large negative number, which is 0. Wait. Hey, Draft Fusion. Pog. Hope you're doing well. This is... We just approach B, I guess? That was not what I was expecting. Oh, these are both going to go to 0. Well, funny enough, Draft Fusion, I'm actually doing some physics studying, but I really enjoy doing this physics studying because of the math behind it. It's also, I enjoy the physics for physics' sake, but I'm doing a problem related to AC circuits right now. And so this one involves differential equations, which are near and dear to my heart. And we have to take the results and take some limits and kind of interpret the math as it pertains to this AC circuit. And I love that shit. Hey, Famished, if you're reviewing simple math. I mean, it's all just one step at a time. whatever it is that is your goal to ultimately get to, I'm sure you will. But yeah, so this is been a thing that I've been studying like in the background while I wait to see if someone in chat has a question. I've just kind of been on a physics kick for coming up on a year now, I think. And yeah, Famish, that foundation that you're building is really going to pay off. Um, a lot of students just try to breeze by, or like not necessarily breeze by, but like they're more like fundamental math classes. They don't really pay attention in because it's just boring, which is understandable. But it really comes back to bite them when you get into like a calculus class, especially. Like the fundamentals become really important. So it's good that you're having fun with that now and taking your time with it. Yeah, fun is a great way to get into math. Yeah. It's pretty difficult to make math fun, to be honest. I didn't find it fun until after I took a calculus class. That's when you get to do the fun stuff in my mind. Before that, I kind of agree that it's, or I mean, I when I say I agree with like, you know, the typical student who I might like tutor or something where it's just kind of boring. Horror or show, not a horror show, called Teacup to make it less boring. Nice. Do you find that if you can find an interest in something to make those fun helps the most? Yeah, absolutely, Draft Fusion. He wants to do something that's boring. Ooh. A Rav, that looks like a problem involving optics. I've never done that before. So I'm not sure how to answer you offhand. I'm gonna paste it over to the Twitch chat too, just in case someone wants to see it. I'm kind of curious to see, like, I assume there's just an equation that would answer that for us though, so I'll take a little Google. I don't know this offhand though. Shala.com? What the hell is this name for a website? Well, I'm seeing this website is saying negative 15 centimeters. Why would you have a negative distance? Focal length equals 60 over 2 equals negative 30? What the heck? They're just throwing around constant things that I haven't learned about, to be honest. All right, Arav, I'm gonna maybe link you to this because I don't have the background for this, but hopefully if you're working on stuff like this might make sense to you. I'll go away. You're not getting my phone number. Okay, yeah, that's the best I can do for you though, Rav. Thank you for the question. Do you want to learn physics? The book Gold Semi is simple to understand, so I may go through it sometime this week. Oh, nice. That's awesome that he sent you a book. I always thought 1/2 was 2 due to the fact you have one stick and break it in half, it becomes 2 sticks. I mean, you're not wrong, or like, kid you isn't wrong either, Draft Fusion. Cheated for your GED using Brainly. I did read through, but most of it was Brainly. Okay. Can't tell me that one. I mean, yeah, a half isn't 2, but that is like in a different context though, you would be right. Like it feels like that's a way of thinking about in infinite series where like you can have a stick of length 1 and you could divide it in half, and 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1, or you can divide it in thirds, a third plus a third plus a third is 1, or in fourths. It's all just like different ways of dividing up the same thing, I guess. You know, your exact statement wasn't right, but like I feel like it's still getting at a different way of or like it's still like right in a different context, I guess. I don't know if, what is it necessarily an infinite series? Is it? I guess not. I don't know. Maybe there's an infinite series interpretation for that, but it's something like that. Definitely taking school more serious since you're grown. Yeah. It's kind of like the tragedy of education where you don't necessarily realize why it's worthwhile until after you're out of it and you experience life like without going as far as you potentially could. So wait, this component is approaching 0 because it's e to a very large negative number. This component, it's e to the minus infinity times 0, which is weird, to say the least. How do we think about that? I got cut by my math class. WTF is epsilon-delta theory or something. I'm so confused. Hey, Lucas. You're doing epsilon-delta? You're not in calculus? And even then, like, that's not what I would want in my introduction to calculus. Is it, I mean, it's gonna be hard to, like, make this make sense with the language barrier, but like the thing that I'm thinking of, epsilon delta 1. Like this. You might learn it with like different wording, and you know obviously learned it in a different language, but we learned this year about limits. Wow. Okay. Underscore. It's been a minute. Epsilon delta is bay. Disagree. I'm not friends with epsilon delta. Like 4 months ago. Wow. Okay. Hey, punching. We learned the baby version. Yes, like in my pre-calc class, we learned about something called end behavior, which is like limits to infinity, where you think about very large values of x. Went from logarithms to this? Yeah, Lucas, that's terrible. This is way too proofy. For at least for like 99% of students, I think. There are some who would like it, but like you disagree too? Yeah, I mean fair enough underscore. Yeah, so like punching. I think my first calculus class was a AP calculus during high school, which for non-Americans, it's like IB classes. Like while you're in grades, like 10 through 12 or so, you can take university level classes, and so that's what I did in 12th grade. And we just learned about like the intuitive interpretation of how does the graph look around the point, basically. We never learned epsilon delta. And I think in my actual calculus class at a university, we were just shown the definition to know that it exists. We never had to do anything with it. Is this segue into discrete? No, this is pretty different from discrete as far as I know. Maybe there's a connection. Um, but I'm not aware of it, at least. Where do you think someone who's never done math should start in terms of formulas? Ooh, that's a tough one. The premise of never done math is difficult to think about because everyone's done some level of math, whether it's just 2 plus 2 is 4, or 3 plus x equals 5, or like, like I feel like we all have a different point that we stopped at. But I feel like no one, or very few people have done literally zero math. And honestly, that's probably like what Khan Academy is meant for. Like people who are really like starting from scratch, or like as scratch. I guess from scratch being like a relative term. It's just the first time they introduced the actual notation for proofs. Yeah, yeah. So this is pretty like. There's a different way. Okay, like this. This type of notation is really common in general in math. To give it as like a logical statement, I guess. Well, the entire thing is a statement, but yeah, and like this type of notation, like the upside down A meaning for all, or the backwards E meaning there exists, that's super common in any area of math, pretty much. Anything we have to prove anything, I guess. So normal for anyone to be confused with epsilon-delta, mathematicians took 150-ish years to figure out to find the good definition of limits. That's true, yeah. Newton just kind of, or Newton and Leibniz both just kind of waved their hands. I do discrete mathematics. I hide from the algebraists while I'm doing my real analysis homework. I hate this buzz. I see. Yeah, you spelled discrete the other way. There go. That took me a second. You do mathematics discretely. And Arav, I see your other question there. Ooh. What the heck? Maybe I can figure that one out, Arav. I'm not sure though. Me just with this last message. I feel you. I feel as you use 1 to 3 for a basic number. Make most from it as easy, although I could be wrong with that depending on recursions. As in like doing examples with simple numbers. Examples are super important to see. It's important to choose, I guess, good examples where if you choose too simple of a number, you kind of don't see the full picture. Like you're gonna have to choose numbers that put a formula to the test and like kind of try to break it in my mind. Oh wait, Rob, I just realized that's not that question is maybe cut off. Like, what are we trying to find? I just realized that's just like the premise of the question. Prove it. I don't quite see what there is to prove. These are just kind of definitions to me. I'm pasting the question into the Twitch chat too. Seem to prove it using trigonometry. I assume there's a relation between r, theta, and phi then. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll draw it out, but I feel like I'm missing a piece of the question here. See, I mean, the diagram we can definitely draw out here. Um, Here's our observer. Very happy observer. Um, we're gonna have a green balloon that we're just gonna take as a perfect sphere. Uh, that has radius r. And so what it means to subtend an angle with the eye of the observer is basically if the observer's entire field of view is like a cone like that, then the balloon takes up a certain angle within that cone, and that's the angle that we're calling theta. So like from there to there is the part of the observer's like field of view that is occupied by this balloon. And that angle between like the highest point and the lowest point is theta. Sort shuffle algorithm. I'm not sure if I learned about that. Maybe. A lot of interesting sort algorithms out there. Um, the angle of elevation. And so then the second piece of the question with phi is basically asking the like the angle of elevation for the observer. We take level with the observer to be right at the observer's eye. So like I'm just gonna draw a straight line out from the observer's eye. This looks like a laser eye, but it's not. And it's gonna go up to the center of the balloon. Like that. And that red angle there is phi. So these are the two angles that we have to work with here. And you know what? I don't think, no, there isn't a relationship between these two. Zach, happy Tuesday to you too. It's going well for you. So yeah, this is how I interpret the wording of the question here, Arav, but there isn't really anything to do with this information, like aside from understanding how they're defining things. So if that's your question, I think this is your answer. But I would expect there to be another piece where they ask you to actually calculate, like, you know, given an r, theta, and phi, calculate this other thing or something like that. My opinion, running formulas is not the way to go, even though some are core knowledge after some experience, formulas are more condensed way to describe a math situation. It's more important to start with a mixture of intuition, concrete situations, trying to think about them, and simple logic reasoning. Don't fall into fallacies along with getting used to how maths is written. Common symbol depending on where you start with. Sorry if that's vague. Oh, that's the second part, Arav. Oh, okay, nice. Um, But yeah, underscore to your point, I do think that mix of intuition and logic are super important too. And I feel like that's kind of how Zach structures his classes too, where you really get that intuitive like sense of how things work. Um, Before going into the actual like formulas. Prove the height of the center of the balloon is r sine phi plus cosine theta over 2. Or cosecant. Oh, this might not be the worst thing in the world. Okay, so I think what they're basically asking for is, well, oh, yeah, I think they're asking for this distance right here that I'm going to call h for height. Is it though? Oh, yes, it is. That fit figure is unrealistic. No object in physics is happy. True. Hey, Dojo. Theta? Yeah. You're right. You're saying yes, Arav? All right. Yeah, the observer height isn't given Shibam. You're right. So okay, and so I was getting confused because why can't we just? It would look like it only depends on phi, but it doesn't. Um, so what I want to do is notice that um, sine of phi is equal to h opposite over hypotenuse, but we don't know what to call that hypotenuse. Why have you not approximated the observer by a rectangle? True underscore. And so we need to get the length. Yeah, yeah, Shivam, I like that. Well, we should call that hypotenuse x. Because we're gonna need that. We need to figure out what x is in terms of the variables that are given to us. So the other thing we can notice here is that x goes from the observer's eye to the center of the balloon. Tangents are equally divided, so it would be theta by 2. Perfect, Arav, yes. And sorry, for people in the Twitch chat, Arav is over in the YouTube chat, so if you're not seeing their chats, that's why. We basically have a triangle. I don't. I guess it'll be like this. I wonder if we can justify it being a right triangle or something, where it's probably going to have to be. But as you observed, Rob, that we have a theta over 2 angle right there. We have a distance x right there, a distance r here. Um, all right, thanks for hanging out, underscore. Hope you have fun too. Appreciate you popping in. Um, let's say the lines subtending the balloon are y1 and y2. I think you need to equate two triangles to prove it. Yeah, maybe. This isn't as simple as I thought it'd be for this piece of the puzzle. Um, I assume no, Shidam. Huh. Let's name everything for simplicity. Oh my gosh. All right, to make Dojo happy, we'll rename some variables. That horizontal distance will be x. Um, emphasis, I'm never happy. uh, the upper blue we'll call A, the lower blue we'll call B. The upper red, I guess, is C. Fight me if you don't like that. So that's C, that's C. We do have like the lower part of the, oh my gosh. Okay, so let me, I'm not sure exactly what this angle here is, but this is intended to be theta, and we're bisecting this angle theta. So maybe I should actually, ah, what am I doing? Theta over 2. Okay, A, B, C. Uh, this entire thing, well, these are both R over 2. Or no, these are both just R. It's 90 degrees, you're saying. Change the perpendicular to radius through point of contact. Really? Well, these can't both be 90 degrees, though. I definitely... Uh... I do believe the center line would be the 90. We definitely have a 90-degree angle here. And I think that excludes a 90-degree angle anywhere up here. Otherwise, these lines can never intersect. If you believe Euclid, at least. We definitely need Euclid overrated. So, okay, wait, let me... Okay, I'm going to draw this yet a third time. Because I think I can see a better strategy if we draw the entire thing, but maybe blow it up a little bit. Degrees. That's X. Thanks for a diagram. It's getting late, so you're gonna try again. Okay, fair enough, Arav. I might still try this problem anyway, just for my own education here. So if you get stuck, feel free to check out the YouTube recording afterward. Thank you for the question, though. Hope you sleep well. Bye. But yeah, I think if we include the entire right triangle here, we can just take some different angles here. Would be 25 didn't have not 50? We don't have any definite measurements here, do we? I don't quite know what that means. I'm mixing my colors here. But there's a bunch of different right triangles here. Is the point. R, R, H. We want that red line in the middle, C. That distance. We know that what do we know? Bottom line 50? No, I don't think we can ever get... I don't think we're ever going to get a measurement for anything. That doesn't make sense to me, Draft. Like, we can never find that x equals 50. If that's what you mean. You know what? I haven't drawn my H. This is H minus R. That's what was confusing me. Because H is defined up to the center point. So this piece over here has to be H minus R. Colded. Ooh. I think I can help you out with that, Colded. Are you in a calculus class? Either way, I can figure it out, but the approach might be different. You are? Okay. So you use a derivative to do that. You don't necessarily need calculus, though, but let me get through this question first, and then you'll be right after. That's probably a good idea, Shivam, just work the problem backwards. Like cosecant theta over 2, what is that? Difficult to understand when we don't have a right triangle, right? So you can have a sine theta over 2. Don't take the vertical radius, but the angled radius. So you can have sine theta over 2 as that bisected view of the balloon. Is it r over x? I don't think I've ever done trig on not a right triangle. Um, that is an interesting idea too, Dojo. Not doing the vertical radius. I feel like we should be able to use it though. I feel like, I don't know. A triangle. Take a triangle, draw a line in it. Okay, I'm sorry, Draft Fusion. I'm not following that. You told me I'm not doing that intentionally, Shivam. Let's take angle between subtending diameter and h. Uh, okay, like the thing I'm getting stuck on is that if you just have a scalene triangle like this with theta over 2, you're saying that we can still use trig if we imagine the rest of this triangle down here. That would be great. I would love for that to be true. Cosecant is 1 over sine, right? I don't get how that works. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. Maybe that's my own geometry, or that's almost certainly my own geometry, like inexperience. This way of calling triangles is weird to me, Draft. I'm sorry. Let h be the height of the center. Circle not the height of the bottom of the triangle. That's what I am doing, Dojo. Or if I'm not doing that, then it's not intentional. Okay. Let me bring in what you just posted, Shivam. Thank you for actually like drawing it out here, because I'm struggling to figure it out on my own. Okay, so you also took the angled radius there. I assume we could avoid that. I guess not. You're using psi, it looks like, but that's fine. Oh no, this is a perfect photo. I don't care. Um, Sine phi over 2 is... Okay, I assume that's x. Well, you're saying that it's r over x, right? Or it should... No. You were saying in chat that... cosecant was r over x. So this is presumably x over r. I have a hard time reading those symbols, to be honest. You meant sine? Oh, okay. So then, just to write it out, you're saying sine of what you've called psi here over 2 is equal, this is r over x then? And so then you're saying see the tangent triangle. Oh, you're basing it off this one? No? You are looking at this one. Okay. And so that's r and that's x. Also over hypotenuse. Okay, okay. You're good, Jeff Fusion. I appreciate that you're like trying with it. I just it's hard. It's even it's even harder to understand things when I'm trying to follow like multiple different lines of thought at once. So I'm at a disadvantage to trying to understand your explanation. I do really appreciate that you're even engaging with the problem though. Um. Okay, that is way easier if you just let the radius be angled. Um. So this looks familiar to this problem you saw display. Oh, nice. Um. So what is all this in the goal of? We are... Your x is my c. So then c is equal to RCSC theta over 2. And h is equal to c sine phi. And c is equal to r. Okay, here we go. This is it. All right. This makes sense. Thank you, Shibam. You used variables previously and then I changed them. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this drawing was very helpful. Okay, Colton, if you're still here, let me get to your problem. I'm sorry for making you wait. I need to just get a new document here. No, I'm still working on the E&M problem though, and this document is why I'm still using it. I'll type your name in the YouTube chat too, in case you're not paying attention, which I wouldn't blame you for. So yeah, I was wondering about the fever versus psi thing, but either way, it's just a different name for the same thing. Okay, so Colded is in a calculus class. But honestly, you don't need calculus to solve this. Oh, wait. Oh, I misread it. You do need calculus to solve this. I thought this was an A, so this is just a parabola, but that's not true. Okay, so yeah, we just need calculus. So if y is equal to 2a minus x, x plus, okay, yeah, root x squared plus b squared. We need to find y prime. So I just do a product rule here. 2, and then the derivative of the first bit is -1. The second bit stays the same. Plus, now the first bit stays the same. Oh, cool, you are here, Colded. A squared plus b squared between? Okay. Let's see if we can get that. Now the derivative of this bit is 1 plus 2x over root x squared plus b squared. And now we're going to set this equal to 0, because if you want to find the maximum or minimum, or I guess a critical point is the better word to use, take the derivative, set it equal to 0. This is annoying, but we can probably solve it. So let's multiply out each of these two, like, things here. So minus 2x minus 2 root x squared plus b squared plus a times 1 is a, 2 times a, plus 4ax over root x squared plus b squared minus 4x squared over root x squared plus b squared equals 0. Am I right or am I right? Just checking my work quickly. I dropped a term, didn't I? I need a minus x. Or minus 2x, yeah. Thank you, Jed. Okay. Now, I think let's multiply through... Oh, I haven't given out a save in so long, but that's a very valid situation for a save. I don't do that in StreamerBot? That's how long it's been? Oh, dude, the saves would be so much easier in StreamerBot. Oh my god. Tend to reinvent that wheel? I mean, I don't remember to give them out anymore, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to multiply everything through by x squared plus b squared, and I'm going to group the minus 2x's. Oh, clean slate? I mean, maybe, but I feel like I'm just going to forget it again eventually. Minus 4x root x squared plus b squared minus 2x squared plus b squared plus 2a root x squared plus b squared. We're solving this for x. Plus 4ax minus 4x squared equals 0. This is annoying. I guess our general strategy is going to be to isolate our roots and then square each side. 'cause we just can't really deal with having a root like that. So I'm gonna take these two terms with the roots and factor it out. Inside we'll have a 2a minus 4x. Ooh, yellow lights. I was wondering what was happening in like the corners of my eyes. Then on the right side we'll have everything else. So we have a 2. I'll multiply out this thing. 2x squared plus 2b squared. We'll have a minus 4ax. We'll have a plus 4x squared. And we can even combine, we can have that be 6x squared. Yeah, I just set that up last week. It's fun. So now let's divide over that thing right there. We can even square it right now, to be honest, but I'm just gonna isolate the square root entirely and then do it. There's multiple ways to attack this. Okay. Now I'll square each side. So x squared plus b squared. Oh, that's so annoying to multiply out. Ugh. They're really gonna make us work for this one here. Let me let's do some side work. 6x squared plus 2b squared minus 4ax squared. Instead of, actually, I'm gonna go a step further. Instead of writing squared, I'm gonna write the same thing a second time. Minus 4ax. Okay, take this thing, multiply it by the other three terms. So 36x to the fourth plus 12b squared x squared. Hey, Jesu, welcome in. Minus 24 ax cubed. Now we'll do the 2b squared. Plus 12 b squared x squared. Plus 4b to the fourth. Minus 8ab squared x. Okay, now the minus 4ax. If you don't feel physically exhausted by the end of this problem, then you're not doing it right. 24ax cubed. I guarantee you I must have a power of x somewhere in here. Let me recheck them quick. This is x squared. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey, Central. Jesu, we're working on this problem from Colded over in the YouTube chat. So I dual stream to Twitch and YouTube, and Colded's in the other chat. I couldn't do anything with that. Yeah, Cold. This problem's gonna take a lot of algebra. I'm just hoping we get something that's workable at the end of this. Yeah, we're just trying to find the maximum of this function here. OnlyFans. Worth a go. Yeah, I am on OnlyFans. I just don't link it to my Twitch. AB squared x plus 16a squared x squared. Thanks for the lurk, Zach. What time is it? Okay, no, we got plenty of time before the class. Okay. Do we have any common terms we can combine here? These two bad boys. Well, we should be able, because there's the 36x to the fourth does not. B squared x squared, we have the two terms. So 24b squared x squared. I think there has to be symmetry because it was just squaring something, right? Ax cubed, we do have two of those. Minus 48 ax cubed. I need to track which ones I've already accounted for. 4b to the fourth is just a thing. ab squared x, we have two of those, minus 16. And then we're just left with 16a squared x squared. Okay. All that to say that this numerator becomes 36x to the fourth plus 24b squared x squared minus 48ax cubed plus 4b to the fourth minus 16ab squared x plus 16a squared x squared over this thing squared. Actually, we're going to need to multiply it back over to the left side anyway. I shouldn't have multiplied it in the first place. Let me undo my past mistakes. Put that in parentheses. This thing squared. 4a squared minus 16ax plus 16x squared. This is going to be a quartic? Bruh. All right, now let's multiply out the left side. Ugh. Hey, SG1. 4a squared x squared plus 4a squared b squared minus 16ax cubed minus 16ab squared x plus 16x to the fourth plus 16b squared x squared. Disgusting. Is equal to the same exact right-hand side. Okay. My second line, derivative. Oh no. This line? If I mess up this early in the problem, I'm gonna Wolfram Alpha it. I'm not redoing all this. Oh no, that's right. It's 2x because of the chain rule. It's you take the derivative of x squared plus b squared. Damn it, you're right. Ah. No, I'd rather be stopped sooner rather than later. I'm not redoing all this though. I'm sorry, Colton. The idea is the same, where you take the derivative set equal to 0 and pray to God you can solve for x, but this one is a very tedious problem. So I'm gonna make Wolfram Alpha do it for me. Suspect the numbers would be nicer. Oh, Wolfram Alpha is confused. By the A's and the B's, annoyingly. Ugh. You suspect the numbers will be nicer. Should be a 2. Should be a 2, right? Dude, I gotta use the bathroom so bad. I was trying to get through the problem quick before having to go, but I'm gonna go use it now. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. So let me get my blankets set up again. It's very important. Grandma's blanket is back. It sure is, Joseph. It's a rainy day here. So the Grammar's blank is even more necessary. You know, my glasses are also dirty, and that's annoying me. Okay. Where were we? See how much trouble it is to fix this. When will the stream end? I don't know, maybe like an hour or so. I don't go for too long today. Did I drop a term from this step to that step? What was I wrong for multiple reasons here? Or like what happened? I think I forgot about that. No? I forgot about this. Yeah, I dropped that 2x, I think. I combined it? Oh, over here. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so moral story, that's a 2. That's a 2. And then what happened? This should be a 4. This should be a 2. What was your simplification? In this step, I multiplied each side through by root x squared plus b squared. Now, the unlucky part is that this entire green section is now wrong also. But Wolfram Alpha multiply that out for me at least. Like, will you at least do me that common courtesy, Wolfram? We have 4x squared plus 2b squared. It's 2ax squared. Okay, good. Well, wait. Yes, good. Okay, cool. This is actually, that's like the exact form we... Oh, that's easier. I don't want to just shortcut to Wolfram Alpha Cave, though. That... That'd be an amazing form to work with, is set equal to 0, though. It'd be difficult to get that though, I think. Naturally. Yeah. We're gonna keep plugging away with my version, I think. Hey, Edison. Either right there in chat, or it's easier, you can put it in my Discord. We're taking the easy way out for this step. I end up not doing that step all over again. Then I was calling a squared minus b squared over 2a. Okay. All right. 4a squared x squared minus 8ab squared x minus 16ax cubed plus 4b to the fourth plus 16b squared x squared plus 16x to the fourth. Okay. Ah, no, stop it. Windows, I hate you. You're the worst. 1 second. I can't put a window next to a corner without it thinking I'm trying to resize things into halves or quarters. There. Snaps. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like it snaps up into the other thing. But a nice common factor in the middle of algebra hell. Oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna validate this part too. No, that's fine. I know how to multiply that out, right? Let's just check the work. How are we solving the back? I haven't gotten that far yet, Colden. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that we spot a miracle at some point. It should exist. Turn them off, but still Windows wants to put single pixel boundaries between the windows and the edge of the screen. Oh, yeah. So wait, I want to verify that left side. 4a squared x squared, 4a squared b squared, minus 16ax cubed, minus 16ab squared x. Okay, yeah, and then plus 16x to the fourth. Okay, yeah, so I like my left side still. Now we get the amazing task of combining like terms here. Okay, so 4ax squared, 4ax squared, or a squared x squared, those cancel. Do we have an a squared b squared? Nope. That stays put. Do we have an ax cubed? We do. They actually cancel. Fantastic. Do we have an ab squared x? We sure do. Am I bringing things? I'm going to bring things to the left side. So I'm going to add 8 to each side. That's going to become a minus 8. That goes away. Do we have x to the fourth? Hey, the cortex cancel. It's a Christmas miracle. So did the cubics. Oh my gosh, we have a quadratic. Oh, thank you. Wait, do we? Too many things are canceling, aren't they? What? What am I getting after the dust settles? The answer is actually pretty simple. Oh yeah, Penlock's put his answer in there earlier. $25. This answer might match. I can't tell yet. Uh, over 2A? It matches. Wow. Now, we're not done yet. That's the critical point, is what we've shown. We have not shown it's a maximum. All we know is that it's a critical point, which could be a maximum, a minimum, or neither. We need to classify it. This is difficult to classify though, because we have arbitrary parameters. Or it's difficult to find actual test points, right? It depends on the sign of A and B. Do we need the second? I think the second derivative is the only way. We can't do it with the sign chart. At least not easily. I don't want to get the second derivative of that stupid thing. Depends on the sign of A, but not B. But if B is greater than A, you can flip the sign that way. So I guess yes and no, Jen. It's only 1 point, so it should be maximum according to the question. That varies by the teacher of the class, I feel like. There's definitely some teacher professors where you will get marked off for not classifying the point. Others, I think, wouldn't mind as much. This is a really annoying one to do it with. That's also the x. Do they want the x value or the y value? Oh. That's another thing that it could get you on, which is they might want the maximum y value. We found the x value where the maximum potentially occurs. Sorry, I just like the sound of cars driving by in the rain. um Rain hoons, true, Fembox. They don't have like fart cans on their cars. It's just like just like the regular sound of a car like driving by, and like I don't know what even makes that sound, but like, cars just sound different as I drive by in the rain. Hey, mathematician, welcome back. Oh wait, okay, so I'm kind of spacing out this question. I don't see Edison's question posted in the Discord or in the YouTube chat. So Edison, if you have a question, let me know. With this one, you think you do the rest yourself? Okay. Thank you for saying that, Colton. I was about to ask you. How much further you have to go kind of depends on the class, to be honest. So thank you for offering that. This would be kind of a nightmare to take the second derivative of by hand. So I don't blame you, just leave it at that. Yeah, mathematician, it's a good time for a question. I just got to the end of this one. I should get rid of some of these extra pages. What do we not like? We like that. I'll keep that there. This one I want to keep up in case Quam pops back in, because that's one that Silverbird got a very nice solution for. This one I don't think we need this anymore. Oh, it has a bit of Quam's problem on it though, so we're gonna keep that page. This one I don't want. 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 This one I don't want either. Okay, cool. I just got rid of some of those pages. What's all the way up here? By wait to see the mathematician's question is this one. Oh, I don't want this one. I'll keep that one. We don't need that one. That was a neat problem. I don't need that one. This one was annoying as hell. I remember that one. Oh yeah, this one. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. These next two I think we can get rid of. Come on. Ah. Okay. I think this is first I can make it. Okay. Mathematician has a question. Looks like I have another probability question. What? Journal decided that it's done for the day. It doesn't want to do any more work. So it's just going to close. And you know, I don't blame you, Journal but I do need you to function right now. All right. Well, I hope no one needed the solution for any of those problems. I just lost all the work that I've done today. Yeah, I sure did. Okay. Well, that's cool. I definitely didn't want that work anyway. That's not going to cause me more work later. Journal minus minus. Yep. That's the first time I've had it crash on me, to be fair, but that is definitely annoying. It doesn't have an autosave? What kind of program is this? It's 2025. We don't have to hit Control S anymore. Autosaving every 3 minutes? Where are my autosaves? Find it in the same folder with the extension .autosave .xo. Really? Wait, okay. Maybe I shouldn't be going off on Journal++ as hard as I am. Oh, there is an autosave. Oh, look at me go. We don't have to hit Control S. All is right in the world. Okay, nice. Imagine like being after the year 2010 and still having to remember to hit Control S every couple of minutes. Okay. No, I'm on Windows. Let me save this as uh real. Okay. Hey, Bad Cop, welcome in. Yeah, if you have a question, you can put it right there in chat, or it's easy to do like a screenshot or something, you can put it in my Discord. Whatever's easier for you. Message the only way to send a picture is to do it through Discord. So the link was put just above your message there. I do just really like the Ubuntu font. It's the default one that I use for everything. So I've used Ubuntu before. And it's like, ooh, I like that font. Finishing movie requires a little bit of context. Oh, okay. I'm not too good when things get too involved because I'm not very good at learning new things like in the moment like that. But you can try if you want. A magician holds one six-sided die in his left hand and two in his right. What is the probability the number on the dice in his left hand is greater than the sum of the dice in his right? Well, that's annoying, isn't it? This one is too big to do by hand, or like to do like manually. Uh, Depending on the nature of the question or like how that's let me. The best place is either math discussion or make a forum post and math homework help. Those are the two like best places I'd say. 6x6 table? Colded is saying 20 out of 216. Okay, so maybe a table is a good approach then. Left, right 1, right 2. Don't you have to get every single combination though? Isn't there what 2 cubed is 8? What do you need 8 rows? No, there's more than that. Sorry, no, they're no, that's not right. That's not right. Row 1 times row 2. Or right 1 by right 2. Then think about the left die afterwards. Really? So it's more like write 1 across the top, write 2 across the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. Probably better done in Excel, but I'll do it by hand. Heading back home. All right. CFM for now. I guess we're going to fill this table in. So we're doing the sum of the two dice in the right hand here. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But the trick is it's basically just like shifting everything to the left each time. And then the last one becomes like +1. Okay. And so well, I'm not sure about logic. Maybe it works, but I have a hard time. I'm not sure. Uh, okay, so now to get these probabilities, we think about the world where we have a 2 as our sum. A 2 happens, there's 36 entries in this table. There's only one occurrence of a 2. So 1 out of 36. In this scenario, hey Cytos, I'm sorry, I don't even have time to look at that question today, or at least anytime soon. I'm reading what you were saying, Jed. I guess no, mathematician. We're almost done here. With this one, and I can look at your other one too. I'm saying Cytos was just asking a difficult question for fun, and so that is kind of the last of my priorities. My priority is like people who need help with an actual like homework problem. So yeah, you're right, Jed. That I guess that is simpler. Um, Oh, thank you for letting me know, Bad Cop. I'm never quite sure when someone just like puts a problem in there. Depending, so that's why I kind of like reserve like whether I'll actually do it, but depending on the complexity of it, like I'll still like potentially take a look. I've seen question recitals before and they take me forever. So they kind of get shoved to the back of the line. Nothing against you, Cytoset, but I've already explained why. I hope that's okay with you. Okay, so let's look at the scenario where in our left, there's one scenario where we roll a 1. That's a 1 in 6 chance. And then on the right, out of 36 possible rolls, none of them are less than. So 0 out of 36. So if we roll a 1, we're just screwed. We can never beat the 2 dice. But if we roll a 2 on the left, that's still a 1 in 6 chance, and we multiply it with we're saying strictly greater than. So there's nothing that's greater, or yeah, we're also cooked with 1 and 2. Because we can never have a 1 on the right side, and that's the only thing that a 2 can beat, so that's another 0 out of 36. Plus, now we look at the scenario where we have a 3. I should put these in a different color. 1, 2, 3. If we roll a 3, that's still a 1 in 6 chance, and we multiply it by the number of scenarios in here that a 3 beats. There's only one where there's a 2. So 1 in 36. Now to the scenario where we roll a 4. That's a 1 in 6 chance. Multiply it by the number of scenarios over here that a 4 beats. So I count 3 of them. 3 over 36. Now to the scenario where we roll a 5. It's all of these. These are triangular numbers. But there's a triangular number connection here. That's 6 out of 36. 6. That's a 1 in 6 chance times all of these. 10. 10 over 36. And now you just do you I can't talk, but you do this math. 1 over 216 from here. These first two are 0. 3 over 216. 6 over 216. 10 over 216. 1 plus 3 plus 6 is 10. Plus 10 is 20 over 216. Oh, hey, so yeah, you called it. Good job. Divided through by 4 should go into this. Yeah. 5 over 54 is the answer. Okay. Never done math in my life. I'm innocent. Fispa says you're an acting. You need help. Hey, okie dokie. You have another question? You asked your first question about 2 months ago. Oh, hey. Yeah, please do. So, I just finished this question from the mathematician. Mathematician has a second question they want to ask. And then Bad Cop wants me to look at little scenario. So if you want, but no, at any time, I'm gonna try and quickly look through Bad Cop's thing right here and see if I can get a grasp of it. But go ahead and post your question like there in chat or in Discord, whatever you're more comfortable with. And that'll be probably the next thing that I work on. And mathematician, feel free to go ahead and post your question too. but I might need to gauge who has a shorter question here or what. What does this mean for fabric tear strength? Ooh, I bet the warp and fill are probably some engineering things, but if you tear fabric, it means you're literally like if I use this blanket, like you pull it apart where it actually tears in half or something. I had the warp and fill. I'm not quite sure. You know what? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was like a language thing, maybe. Sorry. I'm sorry, okie dokie. I was assuming you were. My mind went immediately to English not being your first language. Oh man, I feel really bad that I went to that. Yeah, I'm explaining the. What does this mean for fabric? Warp and fill tear strength. I'd have to Google it. That seems like more maybe an engineering thing. Warp and fill tearing. Does it depend what direction you're tearing it along? Like with the fibers versus against the fibers? Okay, 750. My brain hurts and it's my fault. Oh, sorry. Yeah, message. Feel free to break it up across different messages if you need. Hey, Sapin. One quick one, two. We're trying to find the minimum distance between two branches of y equals x minus 1 over x? Two branches of that? Watch Matrix in VR in 2D? That does sound like it would hurt your head. Or my head. Yeah, Zepin, there's a couple of questions that are floating around right now, so I might not be able to get to you immediately, but I can try with your question. Okay, this looks like a good thing. Thinks you might. Uh, it looks like it. It looks like they make like specifications, and it looks like ASTM rather than ATSM. This reminds me of like what are they called? The International Standard People in Computer Science, IEEE or something. Make like the protocol for TCP/IP. It reminds me of that. It's my impression of it. So ASTM D2261. That might have the information that you want. Warp. Warp isn't anywhere on this page though. Yes, $10. You know those Phobos? Yeah, I noticed that there were triangular numbers involved. To deal with someone in a past life. I don't. So if you happen to remember, let me. Okie dokie. Uh, Posted that, and so I guess basically like, what is the strengthening? What is warp? What is fill? It seems like warp and fill depends on what direction you tear it in relative to like the fibers. If you don't remember, it's no worries, but ass to mouth. You don't know? Oh, okay, no worries. um, Mathematician, yes, but I'm gonna do other people's questions first. Got a phone corner of a side 6 cube. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okie dokie. That's the best that I have for you. Or which isn't much, I know, but um, sorry. Thank you for trying with me. I've got a very or I've got to try and get to everyone though. Yeah. Yeah, I found the page for the standard Phobos, but then it didn't talk about warp or fill, so I was trying to look somewhere else too. So bad cop, I'm not sure if you're still here. Sorry that I'm meandering so much. You are here? Okay, so let me at least like take a look at this and see if I even know how to begin with it. Made a very simple dice game. Everyone starts with 0 points. Take turns rolling 2 dice. You can add or subtract what you roll from your score. If you roll doubles, roll again. Roll a 7, split. Match one score, reset them. You have to roll 33, 66, 67, 98, 99, 100. Probably winning the game on your first turn. Markov chains? Oh, maybe. Hey, Alpha Gorilla. So you would have to roll doubles. Okay, so you have to roll a double 6 is what you're saying, and then a 5 and a 4 could get you to 33. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Um, yeah, so you could get to any of these numbers if you just keep rolling doubles. And is split cutting your score in half? Split is weird. Don't worry about it for the sake of this. Okay. Um, yeah, the subtracting bit adds in a lot of scenarios. I think the mathy way that I'm aware of is pretty damn tedious for this. Um, so underrated. I got a pre-calc test on Friday. Oh, nice. Good luck with it, Alpha. Um, some kind of expansion. Hmm. Let me just like write out what I'm thinking here. Okay, let me I need to make a cue here. We have right, I want to think yeah, chat. True. I want to make a line. First we're gonna look at bad cop with the dice question. Second, we're gonna look at Zappin, I think. I think I can do that question. Zappin, SCN, linear algebra, Discord. Next we'll do. Oh shoot, Colden asked a question too. Okay, both Colden asked. Frick. ChatGPT. Yeah, hopefully it's telling the truth. It's not bad for like getting more terms to Google at least. Alpha X Gorilla. So Alpha, if you have a specific example, that would be helpful. But I do know about telescoping series in general. And then we're gonna do Colded. I'm not sure that's a quick one, at least not that I. Ugh. I don't have an immediate idea. And then will be mathematician. And sorry that some of you are being bumped to the back of the queue, but I'm gonna try to do one question from everyone as easily as I can help it. If I'm missing someone, please speak up in chat. I'm not doing that intentionally. It's just a little bit too much for me to keep up with right now. Mathematician, I've already solved one question from you, which is why I'm putting you back towards the back of the queue. Cytos, fair enough. I'll put you in the queue so I don't forget about you. I'm not super optimistic I'm gonna have time for this one though. Hey, the best pig. Okay. I'm sorry, Cytos. I feel bad that I keep bumping you. Because I want to discuss your questions too, but or I hate to like keep on like leaving you out. It's just I'm not good at them. I know it's going to be a bear for me to try and figure it out. Sounds good, Alpha. Thank you. Where's my give 20 subs to be top of the line? No, that that feels pretty unethical, to be honest. That is that the Collette's conjecture? I do notice now the dividing by half and multiplying by 3 plus 1. I haven't seen it as like the composition of function version. But that might be it, yeah. If you roll 6 out of 6, that puts you on a... You don't win, right? Oh, that's a good point, FizzBuzz. Mathematician, I already answered a question from you. This is the third time I'm saying this now. I've already answered one question from you. When things get busy like they are now, I'm going to prioritize answering one question from each person. So yes, you're at the back of the line. Deal with it or go away. Politely. So the issue, it's only $500 for the Colette's conjecture. That's like that doesn't feel like a lot of money. Oh man, this is already... I thought I had an idea if I could at least like zip it up into a summation, but now I'm not even so sure about that. No, this is really big. Oh yeah, Cytos? I mean, at least that has a higher dollar amount. Oh, nice. Thank you, Alpha Gorilla, because I wouldn't have chosen an example that looks like that, so I'm really glad that you picked one out, because I wouldn't have thought of doing one like that. Excuse what? Delete? Paste. Okay. I was trying to say this one. Oh, I'm good at probability. Yeah. Actually, see, yeah, if that is just the Colette's conjecture, I'm just chopping that off. I'm sorry, Cytos. Or I don't know, but I assume that's a troll then. No, this is too big. Not now that I actually, in theory, you could have 6, 6 plus 6. Like you could have an infinite number of these, or any combination of doubles. And then always just subtract off the same amount. That's... Yeah, they do get less likely. I agree with that. Papadoria, yes. You'd have to get in line though, unfortunately. I don't want to stream for that much longer either. Well, I'm not sure there's gonna be time today, Papatoria. I'm sorry. Why does that happen like 2 hours in? Calc 2 thing. All right. Sorry about that, Papadoria. Thank you anyway. I bet you there's some clever way of thinking about this. Seven, I'm not going to spend that much longer on this problem. I want to give it a bit more thought though, and then you'll be next. But now that I understand a bit more about it, this is a pretty hard question. They're not on the AP exam? I don't remember if I don't remember when I took it. Alpha, I'm currently still on bad cop, but I'm gonna move on to Zappin's question soon, and then you'll be next. Let's go in 10 to 15 minutes. What is Zappin's question again? Okay, yeah, so Alpha, yeah, I'm gonna stick to the order of the queue. I do put timestamps on my YouTube videos a couple hours after I stop the stream. So and I'll type your name in chat too. So if you want to scroll back through the recording, I'll answer your question then. Or like, you know, I'll try to make it easier for you to find back in the recording where I answer your question. Sorry about that. Yeah, Zappin, I need to remember the exact way that you set that up, but I know it's not, it shouldn't take that long either. We have to gamble, something like that, Tyler, yeah. I think Bad Cop said the answer was around a 6 earlier. Let me see. Oh, ChatGPT said 1 in 6. And that I don't trust. Count cards and blackjack, yeah. Yeah, all right, yeah. I'm sorry, bad cop. I'm drawing a blank here. Yeah, it that makes sense to me too, Fizzbuzz. But like, yeah, it gets weird though because you don't have to do all sixes for your doubles, you could also do 0.0008. Okay. It would be best if you replied to Bad Cop's message in my Discord server if you don't mind. So in the math discussion, if you scroll up a bit, this is the original post. But even if you just want like DM it to me on Discord, I'm having to pass along the message or something. Hey Zach. All right, so Zappin, let's I guess get to your question. Oh, you know Fizz. Okay. In that case, if you guys I forgot you guys were talking earlier. If you guys just want to DM too, I don't care. I forgot that you two like know each other. Yeah, Fembox. So like you could get like infinitely many 6/6s and then just subtract off the same amount of 6/6s. Oh yeah, Grill, if you have an idea for that one, feel free to post it, but I want to try and get through this queue, so I'm gonna start working on this. Backup is awesome. Oh nice. Does Backup stream? Markup chain theory? Oh, I don't know anything about it though. I do see this as linear algebra zapping. So if you're not already aware, Penn Center and Zach are doing a joint linear algebra class. Coolest streamer, TM, yes. Oh, let me go follow. Shout out to a bad cop for asking a good question that I'm just a little bit confused on right now, but oh, I'm not the coolest streamer. Okay, Alphax Gorilla in the YouTube chat is saying it doesn't mean too much to me to be honest, but related to Markov chains, that's apparently a thing. Okay, what I was saying before, Penn Center and Zach Eats His Way Pie are collaborating on a linear algebra class live on Twitch on Monday and Wednesdays. So if you're interested in that, Zappin, then you should go check them out. It's hosted on Penn Center's channel. Tomorrow at 11:30? Oh, dang. Okay. Good luck with it. No, I'm doing this question. I just need to remember how exactly you set this up, but I'm not leaving this question behind. I just like to, if I see someone interested in linear algebra, or at least having to deal with linear algebra, I like to shout them out, or to shout out that class is happening. For this one, E1 to Y1, E2 to Y2, find the images of 5, 3, and X1, X2. So it brings your standard bases. Oops. I haven't done a problem exact. My linear algebra is pretty rusty, so I'm gonna have to remember how to do this. And if someone in chat remembers offhand, please do speak up and save me. If you want to bring something from the standard basis to these to that basis, AI equals A. You're my favorite number. I'm a huge fan of yours. TI equals T? Hit, yeah. Oh my god, thank you, Lubert. My Journal++ is lagging. I hope it doesn't crash again. Put a T. YE2 to XTE1 plus YTE2. Okay, yeah, Alpha. I can remember which direction is which. What was my issue? But I knew it was something like that. Um, wait, no, this doesn't make sense. Or like, or wait, now I'm getting confused on how to interpret this. If you want to find the transformation of 5 minus 3, you do 5. Oh, there we go. The transformation of E1, which is Y1, which is 2, 5. Plus the Y value, minus 3, times the other one, minus 1, 6. There we go. Yeah. And so this becomes just one vector, 10 plus 4 is 14. 25 minus 18 is 7. And T of x1, x2 is x1, 2, 5 plus x2 minus 1, 6. 13? Oh, thank you, $10. I don't know arithmetic. I guess I did 3 plus 1. There we go. And that's the thing that Alpha X Gorilla was saying that we're going to get in this other one. Minus x2, 5x1 plus 6x2. So that would be the answer. This is the answer based off like this kind of like work here. You could also have rewritten this as like this last step. You could notice this is just the result of this 2x2 matrix times this vector x1, x2. And this is the thing that I was trying to remember how that worked. No worries, bad cop. I'll keep on thinking about it and get back to you if I can, but it does just seem like a complicated problem. Thank you for trying. Or thank you for trying to ask me. Okay, so yeah, Zappin, I'm sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this because my linear algebra is just so damn rusty. But this is how you do it. The shortcut way is you can, if you're transforming from the standard basis to something else, you can just take these new basis vectors and make a matrix out of them. That's the trick that I was trying to remember. and then you just multiply in whatever vector you're transforming. But if you don't remember that, or if you're doing a non-standard like input, then you should go through these steps here, or like that step there. Hey, Licketh. So I hope that makes sense, Zappin. Let me know if you're... Yeah, both work. It gets you the same exact result. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Thank you for your patience. Now we'll do Alpha X Gorilla's question. Licketh, I'm sorry, there's just a few too many questions in queue right now, and I don't want to stream for that much longer. If it's a quick one, I can look at it, but I'm on number 3 out of this list here, and so I still have 4 and 5 to do after that. Okay, and I did promise I'd write Alpha X Gorilla's name in chat in case they had to leave and make it easy for them to find it in the recording. Okay, for k equals 6 to n, this is supposed to be a telescoping series. 2 over k minus 2 over k plus 2. Probably on Thursday, Licketh. Or like in 2 days from now. Did this get cut off? Am I supposed to formula find the sum? Alpha X Gorilla. Oh man. Okay, part B seemed like it was cut off. Oh, you are still here. Okay. Was the part B cut off? It's just find the sum. To me, that's kind of the same thing as part A. Maybe the sum to infinity? Oh, okay, yes. Okay. Type 1 homework? No worries. So I think this is maybe best seen if we do, let's just choose some n to do as an example. Let's say like n equals 9 or something, just so we get 3 terms. Because telescoping series are kind of neat. So if k equals 6, we get 2 over 6 minus 2 over 8 is k equals 6. Plus, because it's summation, now k equals 7. 2 over 7 minus 2 over 9. Plus 2 over 8 minus 2 over 10 plus, sorry, that's k equals 8. And then k equals 9 is the last one that I'm doing right now, plus 2 over 9 minus 2 over 11. The neat thing about telescoping series is that you get these cool cancellations, because we have a minus 2 over 8 and a plus 2 over 8. We have a minus 2 over 9, a plus 2 over 9. Yeah, I'm sorry, Licketh. It's impossible to stream at a time that works for everyone. I stream when it's convenient for me. Do I want to go out one more term? But like, your teacher just does 4 terms. So the essential idea of a telescoping series is that you always get like infinitely many cancellations. Like if you kept on writing this out, you could always find more cancellations like this. Okay, yeah, and so yeah, but let's go at a few more terms just to make it really clear what's happening. I think I figured it out now, but I'm gonna go up to 11 terms, I guess. I just want to do 2 more. So plus now k equals 10. 2 over 10 minus 2 over 12. K equals 10. 2 over 11 minus 2 over 13. K equals 11. Oops. So the 2 over 10 cancels. The 2 over 11 cancels. And so we're always ending up with 2 over 6 and 2 over 7. Those are never going to cancel, just from the pattern that we found here. And we're also ending up with this term here and that very last term. So if I were to write that as kind of an arbitrary pattern, I would look at something like, I might need to modify this, but S sub n, I think, is going to be 2 over 6 plus 2 over 7 for these terms here. And then we have to figure out these terms here. So our n was 11, so it's going to be minus 2 over n plus 1, because n was 11 and that's denominator 12. And we'll do minus 2 over n plus 2. Yeah, to get that 13 there. So the whole numbers always come from the first part, or like the constants always come from the first part of the series, because those are always there. And this isn't quite right. We need to modify this in some way. But this is my kind of first draft. The first part are always just numbers. They shouldn't depend on how far you go out. The last part depends how many terms you do go out, though. Because like if we went out 2 more terms or 1 more term, then like those denominators would change there. So they do depend on n. This is only valid, or the thing that I don't like is that it doesn't work for n equals 1 or 2. So if we can constrain this to say n is greater than 2, sorry, not 2. It doesn't work for these first 2 terms here. So n needs to be greater than, or we can say greater than or equal to 8. It'll work from, actually not even then. Oh no. That's annoying. This is an annoying one. Wait. I'm plugging in test values. It's like, if we plug in n equals 6, we're gonna get the 2 over 6 as we want, but we're gonna have all these extra things that don't really work. So I'm trying to figure that piece out right now. Oh wait, no, it does work. Okay, but let's just manually test some values here. So I'm only concerned about the small values, I think. s sub 6 is 2 over 6 plus 2 over 7 minus 2 over 7, which I think is what saves us. Minus 2 over 8. So that's okay. That does work. Because that matches just that first bit. What about s sub 7? 2 over 6 plus 2 over 7 minus 2 over 8 minus 2 over 10. 2 over 9. That does work too. Okay, good. Because that matches all 4 of these up here. Okay. it always works. Colded, you think this is just right? I want to check one more just to be sure. But it seems like this is right. 2 over 9 minus 2 over 11. 10. It does work. Okay, yeah. So I guess my concern was not needed. I'm confused. How do you know to start doing n plus 1, n plus 2 stuff at the bottom versus regular fractions? That's because this sum has to depend on n in some way, because if you go out more terms, you just get different values. So we need n to be involved somewhere in our answer. Because if we went out, we went out 11 terms, we ended up with these two things. If we went out another term, we would get a minus 2 over 13 and a minus 2 over 14. So that's why, it just depends on how many terms we go out. And that's why we need n somewhere in here. The reason that I initially only went out 4 terms and then I went out another 2 is so I could see that exact pattern here. Because I noticed that if n equals 9, or we just stop at 9, we get our stopping point plus 1 and our stopping point plus 2. If we went out to 10, we get our stopping point plus 2, our stopping point plus 1. You have to... I came to the situation where, yeah, it should always depend on n in some way. And it's always going to be in, the last part of this telescoping. The first part will always be just a number. The last part will always depend on n, as far as I can think. I don't think it's some weird situation where it wouldn't rely on n. And it's because we're trying to make an arbitrary formula that works for every single stopping point we can think of here. And it changes depending on that stopping point. So I would do the process that I just did here and look at some actual... just write the actual sum for a few terms. And then just think, okay, when I stopped at 10, I got 12 and 11. So n plus 1, n plus 2. So we just did part A. That's my answer for part A. And so for part B, the sum to for the sum, I assume that's what you're asking about. If you know limits, I would take the limit. Actually, do you know what a limit is? If I wrote this, okay, you do know them? Perfect. Let's do that then. You want to do them as n goes to infinity. Perfect, yeah. Exactly that. These two terms become 0. 2 over 6 plus 2 over 7, and I guess you want to simplify 2 over 6 to be 1/3. And you can get those as a common fraction, or as one fraction, if you really want to mess with it. That 13 over 21. How many terms should you write out to write out your formula? As many as you need to feel comfortable. Normally, you should only need to go out, like, I would go out like four to 5 or 6. That's normally enough to have a good grasp of the pattern. There are some weird telescoping series where you have to do more, as a warning, but for your average question, that's enough. Oh, I'm glad I was able to help then, Alpha. I don't know, Cytos, I'm sorry. I have, oh wait. No, that uses logs, right? Or like, is that ln6? Am I remembering my log properties right? So is it ln n factorial? I hope I remember my log properties right. C Alpha, thank you for the question. Or okay, I guess big N factorial, but I think that's the answer there. Okay, colded. X minus 1 over x. You know, could always get the gamma function in there to extend it a bit more. This is a multivariable problem unless we can get a simplification. Well, yeah. I think I remember that problem with Cytos. Like you could think of it with like a normal line, but that seemed that my first thought was make a function for the distance between the 2 points and optimize the distance formula. But that has 2 variables in it, and that's complicated. My second thought is choose one branch, find an equation for the normal line at any point, and then do something involving finding the shortest length of that normal line when it hits the other function, which I haven't quite worked out how that would even work yet. Actually, wait. I want to keep that up. I take that back. No, that's a really hard question. I don't know what to do with that. My brain is crashing. It's been a really hectic hour for this stream. There's too many things for me to think about at once, and I'm just getting confused. The golden ratio? Oh, it does have that form, doesn't it? Could we find where the normal lines are the same? Is that an approach? I feel like that would minimize the distance, right? Maybe not. Maybe it would. I'm... How did this thing look? Okay. I'm thinking if you can find an equation for each of the normal lines. I think you would eventually get a normal line somewhere around that piece on one side, and you would hope that it matches with normal line with a corresponding piece on the other side, and that would be your shortest distance. But then I don't really know that that's actually true. And I don't know how to actually accomplish that. Oh, I think see you typed in chat, Colden. My thought was minimum distance would be between the points where the line joining both the points would be normal to the curve. That's okay. I guess we had basically the same thought then. That makes sense to me. It feels true. I don't know for a fact that it's true, but it feels true. You like the function of two variables thing, Fenbox? Is it just multivariable optimization though? Let me just bring this to a separate page. Like, we can do that. I just wanted to avoid it. So, like, my thought was like, you let x1 be greater than 0, x2 be less than 0. And then you have a... Or yeah, we can use a and b, it doesn't matter. The distance between a and b is then b minus a squared plus b minus 1 over b minus a minus 1 over a squared, right? Oh, yeah, we don't actually... We just need to assume they have opposite signs, but yeah. Colton, do you know multivariable calculus? I don't know why I'm putting b first, or it doesn't really matter which is which, I guess. Oh, you're right. You can minimize d squared. Yeah. No, but you can try it. All right. Well, we at least get an answer to the question. I think your idea with normal lines would be the single variable question. Obi, thank you so much. Hey Punching, hey Zach. Hope your stream was good. Charge. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We're working on this question up at the top here from Colded over in the YouTube chat. We're exploring a multivariable calculus approach. I think there's a single variable approach as well, but it feels a little bit harder to get around. But the idea of the single variable approach is probably something involving normal lines. Multivariable seems a bit more direct. I need to update my stuff. Oh. Lubert is saying there's a neat way from linear algebra to do this. I've forgotten how it goes. It starts by recognizing that y equals x minus 1 over x can be written as... Lagrange multiplier is used for constraints, I think. But it's, that's like it... Lagrange multiplier, I think, is like the evolution of what we're about to do. I think it's a little bit more complicated. I think it's a Lagrange multiplier if you also like had some requirement that like a plus b equals 2 or something like that. But otherwise, it's basically the same idea. Lubert is saying it starts by recognizing y equals x minus 1 over x can be written as xy a xy transpose. A is just some matrix, I assume. Oh, A is that matrix. Why is my journal plus plus lagging, by the way? Writing column vectors and braces. The first xy is a row matrix. Oh, interesting. Really? That's kind of interesting. So if you were to multiply this back out, you would get this equation, I assume? I'm gonna keep on going this like multivariable calc way, but I just want to like check this for myself because that's pretty cool if it, like if that relationship is true. 2 by 2, 2 by 1, so we get a 2 by 1 result. X minus a half y minus a half x equals 1. 1 by 2, 2 by 1, we get a 1 by 1. X squared minus a half y squared minus a half x squared minus a half xy. I feel like I'm doing something a little wrong there. Territar, the problem is up here at the top. There's a couple of different approaches that we're talking about. We think there's a single variable approach if you consider the normal lines. I'm going down the multivariable approach of optimizing the square of the distance between 2 points. And Lubert is suggesting a linear algebra approach, but they can't quite remember how it goes after this. And I'm also messing up Bluebird's approach here. So check the last line. Topological approach. I don't know what that one is. Check the last line. Oh, I did this all sorts of wrong, didn't I? Wait, did I? I don't know, man. X squared minus a half xy. Wait. Yeah, this entire thing multiplies that entire thing. Then we do this times this. Minus a half xy. Oh, maybe that does work. Okay. Y equals 1. Okay, yeah, nice. So apparently you can do something with this that's neat in linear algebra. I don't know what, but something, right? I guess the entire thing, not just that. The space level points can be represented by a Mobius strip. I don't know if you're memeing or not, Territar. I don't know enough about the topology. Okay, that's neat that that's true. But yeah, I guess none of us see the next step. So I'm going to shove that down. How do you do multivariable optimization? Like you need the whatchamacallit? Hessian? Do you know, so quoted, like, if you, I guess you probably don't know what a partial derivative is, but that would be the only thing to learn, and the rest you could kind of just, like, know the procedure for it. All right, yeah, right. You find critical points by where both partial derivatives are 0. And the Hessian classifies it, right? Using second derivatives. Yeah, that's a Hessian. Okay. You know how to do partial derivative? All right, perfect. The idea is an extension of what you do in single variable calculus. So it should hopefully look somewhat familiar. So, oops, we're going to find the partial of d squared with respect first to a. And when you do a partial derivative, you write that curly d, which always makes me giggle. Minus 2b minus a. And so to do a partial, you said you already know how to do it, but just explain it again. If you do the partial with respect to a, you treat a as your variable, and you just pretend that b is a constant, even though it is a variable also. Chain rule. 1 plus 1 over a squared. Oh wait, I need to account for that minus sign, right? Also? Yes, I does. Yeah. That I'm just going to minus out front because of that minus sign. Yeah. Interested in the quantum numbers topic. I don't see that there's parts I did not understand, so if it comes up, see him at the end of the year. Oh no. Good luck, Central. All right, let's find. So we're gonna set this thing equal to 0. Oh, this is terrible. Let's not think too hard about the next step. We're gonna set each of these equal to 0 and solve it for a and b. 2b minus a plus 2b minus 1 over b minus a minus 1 over a squared 1 plus 1 over b squared equals 0. We could add these together and get rid of those terms. That's a thing. Yeah, let's do that. No. An extra squared? Oh, thank you, $10. Is there an easier way? I'm trying to think of one. It's not coming to me, though. I think maybe we add the equations together and we hope that helps us isolate an A or B so we can plug it into one of the equations. I'm going to factor out the, like, that term. And a 2. How much mental math can I do at once? Let's find out. It'll be this thing minus that thing. Equals 0. Electra, if it's quick, I can try it, but there's a line. I'm trying to get through this question, and then I'm trying to get to another question, and then I can try with yours. If you want, put it in now so I can tell you whether I even have an idea for it. I'm going to delete this. So I don't like waste your time with a question that I don't know how to do. But yeah. Oh. Okay, very funny. Ugh. That's not even the first time today I've been asked to Riemann hypothesis. Ugh. Eventually, someone will come up with an original one. It's from the Riemann hypothesis with chat. As long as I get the money. This is stupid. What is this equation? This doesn't help. Oh, Fembox, thank you. I was about to quit. You're right. We can make it 2 separate problems. Yeah, Colded. I thought this would be simpler than it's turning out to be. So yeah, the first one definitely gives us A is plus or minus B, right? Uh, the second one, can we eyeball this and say A equals B? Are there like, is that okay to say? I feel like it has to be. So our candidates are A equals plus or minus B, basically. Does that make sense? I don't know and I don't care. I feel like it shouldn't be the same X value. It has to be A equals minus B. If A equals B, seen by symmetry. Yeah, it should just be A is minus B then. Um, I'm just gonna hope that's a minimum. I really don't want to do the Hessian for this thing and verify it. But you theoretically should verify this is actually a minimum. It should be like there should be no maximum for the distance because the distance between 2 points can go out to infinity, so it shouldn't converge to anything. If A is minus B, what is our distance? No, mathematician, you're next, and we're nearly wrapping up this question. Well, we're gonna have to do an. This is now a single variable expression that we can find the minimum of. I think that's the point of doing this. Squared. Okay, I'm gonna plug this into Desmos and just see how this function looks. In theory, the minimum value for this function is the answer. AM greater than GM. I know that's arithmetic mean and geometric mean. I don't know what that means in this context or how it helps. Plus 4 over. All right, what's that minimum right there? 0.8409? In theory, that's the answer. I really don't want to do another derivative and show that, though. Okay. I'll drop the link to this partial derivative stuff in the YouTube chat as well, just in case you want to see that. 1.618. It's the golden ratio divided by 2. Wait, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Never mind. If there's a golden ratio connection, it's not that. It's not that simple then. Okay. So yeah. Cold. I'm sorry that it's not. I'm gonna stop the problem here because I'm just getting tired and I still have another question to do. That's how you do it the multivariable calculus way. From here, you have a single variable calculus problem of finding the minimum value of that function for positive a. And I'm going to leave that to you. I'm sorry. Thank you for the question. The other approach with the normal lines, I think, is the only way I can think of to do it. Without this weird stuff, but I don't quite know what to do with the normal lines. It's not entirely. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I wasn't showing my journal. Sorry. You would optimize that function there for positive a, and that would be your answer. See, I'm sorry I didn't do it in the way that is best, or I'm sorry I didn't do it with things that you already know, but I'm getting real tired here. I'd like to think about the normal line approach more, but I'm not gonna have the time or energy. So hyperbola rotated through 22.5 degrees. Oh, interesting. Recognizing it as a hyperbola could be a really helpful thing, because hyperbolas have no properties. So, mathematician, for this question, it's basically saying how much distance has Amy covered in 2 hours, because she leaves home at 8 a.m. And by the time David leaves, she's been driving for 2 hours, because that's at 10 a.m. So I think this one, they could have asked a harder version of this question. Who exchanges houses for a holiday? Hey, Reaper. Hope you're doing well. I think they're basically asking how much distance you cover in 2 hours if you drive at 120 kilometers per hour. And so you think about this in terms of units. So you're going 120 kilometers per hour. And we want an answer in just kilometers. So I want to multiply by a number of hours to cancel out the hours down there. Who the hell is this David? It's not me. I want to cancel out these hours. And so I'm going to do that by multiplying by a number of hours. So in this case, we want 2 hours. That's how long Amy's been driving. So hours cancel with hours. Then we're left with 120 times 2, and that's 240 kilometers. And I think that's just the answer to the question. This David... Oh, is your name also... David, I was about to ask that. What's 120 kilometers an hour in American units? 120 kilometers per hour to mph. 75? That's pretty fast. For me, I do drive like a grandpa, to be fair. I'll hit 80 or 85 if I know I'm going to be on the freeway for a while. But normally I like 70 or 75 is my sweet spot if I'm just cruising on the freeway. So if I was chilling in the slow lane around here, wow. It does depend on the area, true. I do feel like certain parts of the country drive faster. And there's about 62. Okay. Chilling in the slow lane. I'm not gonna lie, you look like grandpa. I mean, I do have the blanket on my shoulders. I hope I don't look wrinkly, though. But I swear, dude, no matter how fast I drive, I always have someone tailgating me. It's the most annoying shit. Like, I think people want me to drive fast just to like be the bait in case there's like a cop. But, or I don't know, some people just tend to like, I feel like track the person in front of them no matter how fast they're driving. Okay. I really want to wrap up the stream here. Oh my god, I don't have time to make dinner. Before Zach's class starts. Let's go look for a raid. Veggie plate? I think it's gonna have to be after Zach's class now, but I mean, I have barely enough food to get through the week because if I buy anything more, it's gonna go bad. I've got stuff for like a kale beet salad thing. It doesn't ask. It doesn't ask when they pass each other. I'm just gonna wait until after Jed. It'll be fine. But the question was how far is Amy from her home when David starts driving? So she's been driving for 2 hours, 120 kilometers. Me trying to talk with peanut butter sticking through from my mouth? Oh my god, that won't be good. Let me figure out when they pass each other. Okay. The distance that Amy has covered, I'm gonna call it A. I'm gonna pretend they're starting at the same time, but Amy has a head start. So they're both driving 120. Sorry, I'm gonna start with just Amy. Amy drives 120 kilometers per hour times some number of hours that we're going to solve for. That's X. Dude, it's Journal++ is being really laggy today. And her head start we just calculated is 240 kilometers. So that's the equation for Amy's distance. Guaranteed Amy's asked stopped to pee several times, so the answer is not enough info, which is true. Yeah. And then David has no head start and it's just driving 120 kilometers for some number of hours X. What, Jed? Oh, crap, you're right. No. Yes? Yeah, famous site. These problems are so annoying. The equations I wrote are definitely wrong. It's because David is going the opposite direction. That's what I'm not accounting for. Uh, 0, 400. You were at 160T initially. That's what was confusing me. But Amy's going from 0 out to 400. David is going from 400 back to 0. We want to find where they intersect. But the timing is weird, so we're going to pretend, and we're going to make the timing the same by pretending Amy has a head start. So we're going to start Amy at 240, which is how much she covers in the first 2 hours. And we're going to say the endpoint is still 400. Well, yeah. This will be okay. Oh, really, Fembox? Hold it. If you're still here, there'll be a helpful Desmos link that I can show. These are the normal lines that you found. Wow, nice. That's the normal line approach. Or it's like that's like a graphical version of it, and what the answer should be also. Neat. So Amy is going forward at 120 kilometers per hour, and she has that head start of 240. David starts at 400 and moves the reverse direction at 120. And sorry, I should say we're going to make these both y because they're both measuring the same amount of distance now. The first one is Amy. The second one is David. Blue outlines of the axes of symmetry. Okay, nice. X is time, hours since 10 a.m. Y is distance covered. But the moral of the story is you have 2 equations and 2 unknowns, so solve this. I can see immediately if we add these 2 equations together, we can immediately get that 2y is equal to 120 plus negative 120x is just 0. And then we do 240 plus 400 is 640. Divide each side by 2, you get 320. So that's the distance they've covered. We need x, and we just found y. So if we want to find x, we take this y value, plug it into either equation. I'm going to do the first one for Amy. When y is 320, we set it equal to 120x plus 240. Subtract 240 over. And we get 80 equals 120x. divide each side by 120. I was just verifying my mental math. $80 divided by 120. They have 40 as a common factor. 2/3. Hey, Quam, Silverbird did. I still have the solution up. So if x equals 2/3, they pass by each other after 2/3 of an hour after 10 a.m. So 40 minutes. I'll show you. I'll show you in a second. Quam. 2/3 of an hour is 40 minutes. So Amy and David pass each other at 10:40 a.m. So that's the answer to that question, mathematician. Arusha, I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap up the stream right after this. I'm not gonna have time to look at that. Okay, so Quam. Did you rickroll me? Oh my god, you rickrolled me! It didn't auto-play. That's hilarious. I didn't know this existed. Oh my god. Thank you, Jed. Okay, so Matt, I'm sorry, Qualcomm, just hang on for 1 second. This second equation, it's because David starts at the 400 mark and moves in the opposite direction of Amy at 120 kilometers per hour. So that's why it's positive 400 minus 120, because they're going opposite directions. And David starts from the end 400 mark. Okay, Quam. Okay. So on Saturday or Thursday or something, Quam asked this question at the top. I was lost on it, but Silverbird found a solution for it. And so, Arush, if you post your question one more time and time, I already addressed you. I don't have time for your question. I'm sorry. I can try it another day. I don't have time for it. Stop posting it. Oh my god. So what Silverbird did, Quam, is everything in the picture is like here. So you can look at the expansion of x plus 1 to the 5th. And if you... Okay, it's a little bit tricky, but I'm trying to remember exactly what was happening here. What you do is you let x equals the 4th root of 5. A little bit, Arush, not much though. If you expand out x plus 1 to the 5th, you get this on the right-hand side. In these first two terms, we can simplify them a bit by remembering what we let x be. So 4 of the x's here become just a 5, and then you have the x left over. Ariane, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that today. I'm trying to end the stream right after this. I'm sorry. Ariane, if you spam it, you're not going to help it. Why does everyone fucking spam their problem? Once is fine. Oh my god. This x to the 4th becomes a 5, and so 5 times 5 is 25. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit agitated. I just want to end the stream. People It's busy and I don't know how to deal with that. See, that's what Silverbird did to get from this step to this step. And then you just combine like terms to get this right-hand side. You math genius? No, I'm not. And then what did Silverbird do to get to this step? All right, so this is where this right-hand side comes into play. What did the answer? The answer is A is that, B is that. Or 5 to the 5 over 8 to the 4, 1 over 8 to the 4. The fifth root ends up being x plus 1 to the fifth over 8. Yes, it does. Exactly that. And then once you have that, that's like the hard part done, and you can figure out what A and B must be. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ariane. It looks like a tough problem. I don't know how to do it quickly, and I really need to go soon. Like right after this. I guess I don't on Twitch in case someone wants to like have a thought on it quick, but like I don't know. It's a big undertaking I don't have time for right now. So yeah, Quanquam, I don't know if you're able to like just read this math and follow along for yourself. But let me know if you have a question about this. I can try to remember how exactly this all worked. Uh, it's 5 in the evening for me here. All right, I guess Quanquam, unless he has a question, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Or if you want to take screenshots, I can like let you screenshot each piece of this work here so you can go through it for yourself too. It's in the VOD also. I've shown it all here now, but I need to wrap up the stream, man. Thanks so much for the kind words, Ariane. It's been a really like busy day, and I'm a little like stressed out by it. um, but thank you. All right. I'm not seeing Qualcomm write anything else. So I'm going to assume that they're good. I'm going to put the YouTube stream up here, so everyone who's here on YouTube, thanks so much for being here. I plan to be back on YouTube on Thursday. See you around.